Have you ever wondered what a day in the life of a super creative person actually looks like? Well, today we're going to find out. We're getting a rare look into a full day with Nicholas Alexander Benson to see exactly how an idea goes from a dream to reality and then out into the world.
So here's our game plan. We'll start with what he calls his dream engine, see how that dream gets made real, dig into where the idea came from, watch him launch a totally new project, and see how community keeps it all moving. And then we'll wrap it up with the day's highlights.
All right, our day starts early, and I mean really early, 4:30 a.m., way before the sun's up. This is where the magic begins, not in the real world, but inside a lucid dream. I mean, that's the big question for any creator, right? For Nicholas, a lot of the time, the answer comes from these incredible worlds he actually explores while he's asleep. And get this, it's a process he can trigger whenever he wants. He calls the place his dreams happen the Storyverse. You can think of it like this: an endless library of stories, but instead of books, they're entire universes he can just jump into and explore. Pretty wild, right? So on this specific day, his dream threw him into this futuristic underwater world. And the story was, well, it was out there. You had these aggressive pink were-dinos attacking fairies. But the solution wasn't some big fight. It was something way stranger, a magic candle. Okay, but here's the thing about an idea from a dream. It can disappear in a flash. So the moment he logs it, a timer starts. For Nicholas, it's all about taking that vision and making it into something real, immediately. And his process is just incredibly fast. Seriously, in just over an hour, that dream about were-dinos is turned into reference art, a comic strip, a short animation, and even a song and a podcast. It's a whole creative suite of stuff, all done before most of us have even had our first cup of coffee. And you can see how it all comes together in the lyrics from his dream tune. It perfectly captures that weird moment of trapping these monsters with candle wax, turning the whole dream into this super catchy song. It's just another way he makes the dream tangible. So, this obviously begs the question, where on earth did an idea like pink were-dinos and magic candles even come from? Well, you might be surprised to hear that the answer's actually really grounded in the real world. He spills the beans in his podcast, Dreamcast. Turns out, that whole crazy battle was sparked by a totally normal conversation he'd had about two real creatures, dinosaur shrimp, and their rivals, fairy shrimp. This is just such a perfect example of how creativity works. You start with this little bit of biological trivia, a conflict between two tiny shrimp, and your subconscious mind just blows it up into this epic, futuristic fantasy battle. It shows how any small thing you're curious about can become a huge story. And believe it or not, that whole dream-to-reality blitz, that was just his morning. Later in the day, his creative brain shifts gears completely to kick off a brand new project. He dropped a brand new daily comic called Who Shot Red, and it dives right into this global mystery with a really cool sci-fi vibe. I mean, just look at that cover, it totally pulls you in. And the premise just hooks you right away. A UFO gets shot down over China, the government denies everything, it immediately starts piling on these questions and gives you this feeling of a huge conspiracy lurking in the shadows. Of course, you can't just create stuff and throw it into the void, right? Especially when you're making something new every day. Sharing the work and actually talking with your community, that's the other half of the process. It's totally essential. So he shares his comics on a platform called StoryNext. This lets him get that immediate feedback, those instant reactions. He knows right away what's connecting with other people and what's not. And from there, the conversation goes even deeper in his Discord community. This is where you get past the simple likes and into real, detailed discussions and critiques that help shape the work. A fellow creator, Slop Fiction, left this really great piece of advice, and it just perfectly nails the mindset you need to create every single day. It's not about every single thing being a masterpiece. It's about being consistent and just keep getting on base. So as the day wraps up, Nicholas takes a second to look back, not just on the stuff he made, but on the moments that really stood out. And his highlights really give you the full picture of the day, don't they? It's this awesome mix of the wild, imaginary stuff from his dreams, doing something good for charity, the thrill of launching a new project, and just the simple, super important stuff, like spending time with family. And that kind of leaves us with a final thought. What Nicholas shows us is that inspiration isn't just hiding in these epic dreams or huge mysteries. It's in the little, meaningful moments of every single day. So that really makes you wonder, right? What moment from your day is just waiting to become a story?